We are underway. That's what's most exciting. 9-round tournament, guys. And we are here spectating Alan Salt. Johnny DJ against Alan Salt. And there you can see a very, very focused Alan. Look at that. That's a face of determination. If you guys don't look at that face right there and think of pure determination, as he is a massive underdog here against an energetic Johnny DJ. We have an exchange Slav here. Alan with the white pieces, already giving up the bishop pair. But he looks happy. He looks happy. And to be honest, his position right now, there's no reason not to be. Rookie 1, I can't complain too much if I'm white here. He's only 1,000 rated, and he is doing just fine. Although you never want to put your queen on the c file when the rook can just come to c8. That's not the way you want to do it. Very surprising. Very surprising. Bishop d3 now. Knight b4 looks like it's on tap. You know, you can get the bishop pair like that. I'm not sure if he's going to do knight b4 because there are some tricks. Knight b4, bishop h7, king h8, queen b1, and g6, and suddenly that bishop's trapped. So it's not that easy. Yes, he's going to play queen d2. He is going to play queen d2. And yes, I already see that Kurtz has won his game. Let's go check on Erik's game, and let's see. He looks very happy. Wow. Erik Kurtz already won his game. That is just unbelievable stuff. Let's get a replay of those moves from the start of the game, because we really need to see exactly what happened right from the top. So what was the opening here? It was the Kurtz, yes, Erik's favorite. And what exactly happened? How did he win so quickly? What was the blunder? Knight there, queen d3, knight b2, and his opponent wasn't having any of it. He said, I lost the pawn. That's it. I'm out of here. I quit. If I'm losing a pawn to Erik, then I'm going to lose a dark square bishop as well. This doesn't look good at all. So for some reason, Kurtz gets a free point in the first round. And let's take a look at someone else. How about our friend Jaron, who's right now actually facing off against Elias Usidik. And oh boy, Jaron, I mean, he's got a face there like he's listening to some very entertaining music, but I'm not sure if the position as a knight has been hung. I'm not sure if the position is actually going to be something to be that happy about. I mean, look at Jaron. He is so happy, but he just hung an entire knight. An entire knight, people. That's crazy. The knight on f4 is hanging, and he's sinking into a deep think here as he whips out d5. We will definitely see knight to f6 from Elias Usidik here, and it's the first round. You guys have to remember, it's a 3-0 tournament, first round, so this is going to be, the round of very big mismatches, as we see. Pin number here, 1,400 rated, and Elias way up at 2260, so this is a very tough first round pairing for Jaron here, but Jaron he's the fan favorite, so we had to check in on him. We definitely did. Now let's take a look at Anthony. Anthony P actually just finished his game, and oh boy, that does not look nice. That does not look nice. As you can see from our live feed here, Anthony has 3 doors behind him. There's only a very special amount of people who have 3 doors in the background of their live feed. So I'm not sure which door his opponent just got kicked out of for this checkmate here, but very impressive stuff from Anthony P. And I think that this round is concluding. But Anthony P with a first round victory. Let's jump back to Alan as he's in tough against Johnny DJ. And it looks like this is going to be too much, as it's just clean up crew right now. No, Johnny DJ is having no mercy for Alan here. No mercy at all. Bishop takes, yes, take on a2, and it's just He's mopping up. Didn't even take the knight on d2. Didn't even want to take it. And I don't think there's going to be any major upsets in this tournament. I don't think so. We will see a checkmate coming in a couple moves here. Yes, and mate in 1 on d6. There it is. And Johnny DJ comes away with a win. So I didn't see any big upsets in this tournament, at least from the games that we were watching. But I'm sure there were. This is only round 1. Remember, it's 3 plus 0. 3 plus 0. And in a 3 plus 0, there's a lot of flagging. But the nice thing is you never get those 3 plus 2 games that just go on and on and on. So we got Elias winning. We got a ton of people winning in round 1. I think we're about to move to round 2. Curious if there's any games that are still going. Let's take a look at Spinal Tap because I think his game is still going. Oh man, he is hanging on here. Kifto 007. And no, Spinal Tap, I mean, he's got enough time here. As long as he doesn't stalemate. As long as he doesn't stalemate. There it is. Spinal Tap. He's the top seed. And he just won by checkmate. There it is. And I think the last game will be finishing in a second. And oh, this could go down to the wire. I think White is going to lose on time here. I think White is going to lose on time. 0.4. Yes, he lost on time. Wow. Would you look at that? Losing on time with the full extra queen, and we're on to the next round. We're on to the next round. We got Erik Kurtz here, and he's playing against Books Are Nice. This is going to be a very exciting game as Erik Kurtz starts out with the English c4, g3, bishop, g2. And as you can see from the live feed, everybody seems to have their favorite music playing. A lot of guys very excited by the option. Knight e2. So this is a system that I've been using lately. And the idea is just d3, h3, castles. And he's going to play h3 here probably. I can't imagine him. Oh, f3 is interesting. Normally h3, but for some reason he wanted to keep the knight on the board. Not a bad move. Will we see e5 or queen c8 here by black? Knight e8, very peculiar, I have to say. Very peculiar. Now we might see Erik choose a different plan than normally in the English. He might actually choose to play d4 if black doesn't play e5 right here. d4 is not a bad move. h3 is not a bad move, but Erik elects to trade the bishops off with bishop to h6. So e5. This is going to be a very interesting struggle. Let's revisit this in a sec, but we're going to take a look right now at Jaron's game. Jaron is in a tight struggle right now, as you can see, against Chris Herrera. And after bishop to d6, pin number here, Jaron, he's thinking. And you know why he's thinking is because he has the 2 bishops. And you guys know, if you watch this stream enough, hopefully we've given enough reminders that you do not give up the 2 bishops. You got to take care of them. So look at that move, guys. Look at that move. Jaron, bishop e3. I am a big fan of that move. Keep the bishops together. Keep them on the board. That's a sign of a boy who's learning. You might have traded those bishops on another day, but not today. No. Bishop e3, and I like white. I like g3. I like the idea of c4 that Jaron's going for here. So a very tight match between Chris Herrera and Jaron the intern. So we'll leave that game for now. Anthony, who we didn't actually get a chance to look at his game last time because he finished so fast, he's actually playing a very young boy from Canada who I actually know about. He's pretty talented. He has been to the World Championships for his age group, and he's actually done incredibly well there. So Anthony is in a tough battle right now, and with queen c1 being played, you can see how sneaky Anthony is. What happens if bishop takes d5? Yes, bishop h2, tricky. He's trying to set some traps for the young boy to fall into, but Up to the task so far is Anthony Atanasov. So we got the Anthony squared matchup. This is definitely one for the books. I like to move maybe a4 in general, maybe a4 now. He goes for b5. He's gaining space. He's gaining space. Why not? So I prefer black for sure, but I would have maybe preferred to move a4 before, because now if we have to play b4, oh, did he just miss it? Bishop takes a5. Hello. Oh, and you can see he's not happy about that one on the camera. No. That is a big miss by Anthony, and Anthony takes advantage of Anthony's mistake. So that's a bad move by Anthony, but well done by Anthony. So queen d7, and we might see our first sort of upset in the tournament. That's pretty impressive. So let's leave this game, but man, that looks like a very good position for Anthony. Alan, on the other hand, let's check in with Alan, because Alan here, he's dealing with an 800, and he seems to be smiling quite a lot on the live feed. I wonder if he's going to blunder mate here. Bishop c4, and then queen h7. Yes, he blundered mate. Yes, he blundered mate, and that is unbelievable. And you can see on the camera there that Alan is not happy at all. The mate in one blunder, as predicted by yours truly. That is unbelievable. It's nice to stay on that camera. Just get a good look at Alan. Oh man, that is not good. He will be looking to improve for next time. But let's get back to some of those tense games as Erik Kurtz against Books Are Nice. This is a very close battle. And look, I mean, it's living up to the hype. It's living up to the hype. A very close one here. Up on time, though, is Erik. Erik is notoriously very quick in Blitz, especially online. So he's got that to his advantage, but black's got the more active queen. So I'm not sure. This is a toss-up. They could easily agree to a draw here, but I can tell that Erik wants to win, but that's a massive blunder. Queen takes g3. Erik is not happy about that, but he wants to win. You can tell. You can see it in his eyes. 16 seconds left for Books Are Nice. And queen to e5, that's a trade of queens. Will we see the king come out? Yes, this is going to be a tense finish. Black is putting his pawns on dark squares. He knows what to do. Bishop e6. We got to see king f8. Yes, king f8. The pawn on b3 is hanging. a5. Will we see a5? Show the understanding. Pawns on dark squares. Got to play a5. And a very bad move by Erik. What on earth is b5? You got to put those pawns on dark squares. Dark squares. No. You got to play a5. Both players completely misunderstanding the position, but black did not have the time, and Erik comes away with the win. Wow, that is incredible. That is incredible. Well, so we can see Erik there. He does take the win. He moves to 2-0. Let's check what games are still ongoing right now. And let's check in with Elias, National Master Goala. And he is still playing a game. And he's black here. He's got 6 seconds. He should put away his opponent. I think he will. Elias is a speedy guy. Yes, take that. There we go. That should be mate. No, okay. Couple mates missed there, but Elias does come away with the points. And I can update you guys on the standings as we have Spinal Tap on 2 out of 2. And we're already thrown into the next round. Most of the favorites have 2 out of 2, guys. So this is shaping up to be a very exciting tournament. As we can see, Erik once again gets the white pieces, and he will be starting out with c4. Let's take a look at this opening as it develops. He's playing National Master, a Murder Castle, 23-31. You can see by ratings, very close matchup. Knight to e5, and you guys might recognize this as a Benoni structure. And I mean, is this what on earth is happening? These guys are playing so fast. Is this theory or something? I mean, to me, Kurtz is just blundering. I mean, what on earth just happened there? We saw an exchange sack or a blunder. I'm not even sure, but the pieces are flying, and nobody seems to be too upset with what's going on here. So I'm not too sure, but if you ask me, it does not look like a good position here for white. Definitely workable. You know, it's just an exchange for a pawn. Can definitely do some damage with white here, but if black plays well, I think this is just a big advantage for black. Bishop d7. We'll just see bishop c6, and I think black has a massive advantage here. So it looks like Kurtz might be going down here, but we'll just have to check back with that one later. For now, it looks like I would say Kurtz just at the disadvantage and in tough in this position. Let's take a look at Anthony P here, who is fresh off his loss. He actually did lose against an what on earth am I looking at? We can see, guys, we just witnessed one of the greatest sacrifices in history as Kifto007 1500. He just missed the chance to take the queen. Can we go back and see that as an instant replay? So after bishop takes f6, I mean, there's a queen hanging on d4, and what on earth is going on that he doesn't take that? He just captured back. Then we see queen takes pawn, takes, c4, and now we go up to the current position. And I mean, it looks like that's a piece for Kifto here, but that could have been so much more. That almost was just game over if he took the queen. So some very, very confusing things. But Anthony P cannot be happy with his performance so far. Definitely losing some rating points from this tournament. Very, very tense stuff here as we see 1500s performing like crazy. Let's just check back with Erik Kurtz's game because I believe it's already finished. And Erik has lost, and that's what I expected. Let's just go back a few of the moves to where we left off because I think the last move that we saw was around here, h6. Yes, queen h5, h6. And as I said, I think it's just lost, but we can see how it continued. b5, takes, and after knight e2, and it looks like d4 was played, which obviously hangs the e2 knight, and he resigned before his opponent would have to play it. But that was just a bad opening from start to finish. I think it was played way too fast. I didn't actually see exactly what happened, but way too fast if you ask me, and the opening probably needed to have some work done. Didn't look good for white. So a murder castle moves to 3 out of 3. So we can see our competitors there on the screen. We got the boys together. Everyone looks very serious, very focused. Even Erik looks very focused, and his game is over. So that's the boys are really focused today. Let's take a look at Jaren's game, because Jaren is still playing here, and he is facing the onslaught, the Norwegian onslaught right now. And this is an attack I would not like to see. This does not look like fun, let me tell you. Technically, we're going to be down a piece after knight takes f5, queen takes g5. Got to be queen takes g5 here for Jaren. Let's see if he plays it. Got to be queen takes g5. Rook takes f5. So he's eliminating that knight, but after queen takes f5, if his opponent plays that, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. That's a full rook and a knight down if he had taken that rook, but he doesn't. This is unbelievable. Stake 83 hits us with the howitzer. Rook c to d1, supporting the d pawn, moving to the triple close file, and then we see rook to g1, queen takes f5. The moves are coming in at a tremendous pace, and I don't know what to say. Rook d3, the point of rook d1 is revealed. Rook d3 is on the board. A massive rook lift from Stake 83 from Norway. This is incredible stuff. The pawn is taken on d6. The rook is now on f3. Nobody knows exactly how to call this fight, but with 14 seconds left, pin number is looking to flag. Will he be a flagger? He's got to pick up the pace. You can see on the camera there, he is trying his hardest to play as slow as possible. He is trying to make this a fair fight. I don't even think he knows, but he just got the message, right? Under 20 seconds, he got the message. Is he going to move? He moved. Yes, a 30-second think, well-timed. He's going back and forth. King e6. There's 12 seconds apiece. This is an incredible fight to the death. Rook takes g2. He is going absolutely mental, and then he just resigns. What am I watching? I have no idea, no clue what's going on. No comment. I am completely outclassed by the level. that I just witnessed in that game between Stig83 and Pin Number. And we join Alan here, as he should be putting his opponent away as long as he has the speed. He has to show the speed. Alan's got 1.4 seconds. Show us, Alan. Alan, get a pre-move. Alan won on time. Unbelievable. He is going wild out there. You can see on the camera that win meant everything to him, and it means everything to his family back home supporting him. That is a big, big win as we move to the next round. Guys, this tournament is off the chain. It is going absolutely crazy here, and we are only done round 3. Only done round 3. Queen to h5 by Alan. Will he take on c5? He's going for the mate. The nerve of Alan. Look how much he's giggling. He's going for Scholar's mate against the Canadian. That is pure disrespect. He's fresh off a big win. He thinks he's the bee's knees now. He thinks he can just checkmate a Canadian with Scholar's mate. That is not how you do it up here, my friend. That is not how it works. But he's trying. You got to respect the effort. Alan in tough against a 743 from Canada. That is going to be a very intense game. But we have to bring you guys to the blockbuster game of the round between Spinal Tap and Erik Kurtz. This is going to be a very intense game. And can we actually get a backtrack of the moves here? Because I want to see exactly what the opening was. I think there was a blunder by Spinal. Let's take a look. The Benko, yes. Yes, Bishop G7, E4. And now here, Queen A5. A very tricky move. And I think that Spinal Tap played Bishop D3. Let's see. He played Bishop D3. And guys, this is a very, very important opening trick. Knight takes D5. And we'll see here as it plays out. If pawn takes D5, which wasn't played in the game, Black would play Bishop takes C3, pawn takes C3, and Queen takes C3. And then the Rook on A1 is hanging. The only way to stop it is Bishop D2, and then the Bishop on D3 hangs. So Kurtz comes out with the opening trick, and let's see how Spinal reacted. He just sacrificed the pawn. Of course, he has to sacrifice. Takes on C3, yes. Rook B1, probably take on A6 as well. And what's the current position now? After E5, takes on A6, takes, Bishop B2, and in thought here is Erik, Queen A5 played. But this is a it's a one pawn advantage, but a massive edge for Erik Kurtz against Spinal Tap. This is incredible. As Erik seems to be playing a very nice game so far. Spinal Tap going for complications here with E6, but to be honest, I mean, you can see Erik on the camera there. He does not look impressed with E6. He goes for F6, trying to keep it simple. I wonder what Spinal Tap is going to play here. Queen D5 is met by Queen takes A2. Otherwise, Black is playing Knight C6, and it's a very tough position to play. So Erik Kurtz, we'll leave it at that. It's a great position against Spinal Tap, the top seed in the tournament. But here in round 4, let's take a look at Jaren, because I think he's going to win by forfeit. And look at that boy right there. He looks happy. 10 seconds left. And I believe his opponent is going to simply lose on time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And yes, Jaren. Look at that. A little tease on the camera. Jaren feeling good about that win. He definitely earned it. That was pretty crazy stuff. Let's take a look at Anthony, who he seems to be very, very focused here, but he's not doing well in the tournament. Guys, let's take a look at his score. It's 1 point so far for Anthony. He is not going to be pleased with that. Bishop C7, his opponent is whipping out these moves. I don't even know what to say. Bishop C7, the confidence that his opponent is playing with is unrivaled. Unrivaled, people. Rook to C8, and wow. Just wow. Black's up material, so, I mean, seeing Anthony struggle against an 1100 here is not boding well for him. He has really got to pick up his slacks, play better. He's clearly worth his rating, 2150, but he's not playing like it in this tournament. We need to see more from Anthony, and we will check back in with him. But he's got 1 point. That has got to be improved. Let's check in with Alan, because I think he's only got 15 seconds left. How is Alan doing here? He does not look like he's confident. That is punishment. He tried to scholars mate a Canadian. And now he has 5 seconds and he's going to lose. And he's going to lose. That's what you get, Alan. You don't mess with the Canadians. And he's going to flag here. Bishop f4, icing on the cake. And that's game. We got to take a look at Erik Kurtz and Spinal Tap. This is the marquee matchup here. And, I mean, Tap has definitely created difficulties here. But, oh, man. Queen b2 by Erik was, I would say, just not a good move at all. Bishop e7. That queen on b2, very out of the action. And the only thing is there's 15 seconds for Tap. And this does not look like a promising position for him at all. The only thing is Erik is playing very bad moves here in time pressure. He's looking at Tap's clock too much. And we might see some perpetual here. No, he's going for the win. Tap wants the win. Tap wants the win. Queen e1, king g4. Is that king going for a journey? King g5? Going for a journey. Oh my goodness. King f6. Oh my goodness, people. There's queen a8 checkmate. There's rook e8 checkmate. He is not happy. 8 seconds left. Kurtz has completely botched this game. Queen a8 mate. That is completely over. That was a terrible conversion, and you can see the frustration there on his face. He knows that was his game to win. We saw that earlier. Tap blundered in the opening, and that was all Erik Kurtz the entire game up to the very, very end, and just a very bad conversion that we can tell he wishes he had back. But that is pretty much all the games in round 4. We're moving on now to round 5, and it's going to be big matches at the top of the table. Let's first of all take a look at Anthony's game, because thankfully, he did win his last game. He does move to 2 points, which is a very big deal, because I think if you stay at 1 point at Anthony's rating in this tournament, then you might be sleeping on the street tonight. So it's a good thing that Anthony's adjusting. He at least is back on the board. He's getting the points together, so that's a good thing. Right now he's deep in a Sicilian against Napoleon the Lame. Napoleon the Lame. I'm just gonna let that name sit there and resonate. We got to go check out Erik Kurtz, because he's playing one of the notorious chat members, Kilimanjaro. Kilimanjaro here, joining the tournament. He's got that big green sword in chat. You guys know him. You guys love him. But right now, this is a tense battle between Erik Kurtz and Kilimanjaro. But I love Kurtz's position, knight d6. And, ooh, baby, that is just really, really good. Knight on d6, queen c3. Erik can do no wrong here. He can do no wrong. c5. f6. And what's happening here? b4? I mean, oh, f5. Oof. Please no. Please no. What do we want? We want the bishop to go from g2 to c4. That would be perfect. But this is one of the most depressing positions that I have ever seen. Kilimanjaro, he's holding his head high, but I don't like his position at all. He's staying in there, though. He's probably going to play b5 here. It's not pretty. Yeah, he's not pretty, but oof. This is such a gorgeous position for Erik here. Almost everything can be taken. Almost everything is winning. He's going for h3 and g4 plan. I think this is... Oh, my goodness. Guys, please do not try this at home. Erik Kurtz is putting an absolute clinic here on Kilimanjaro. This is a very, very bad position. And there's almost just going to be a sacrifice in mate. Erik is missing bishop takes c6 for a couple moves there, which was... oh, he's not. That's check. Guys, bishop c6. I hope he doesn't play it, because that's a check. You can't play it because it's a check. I don't know if he noticed it or not, but he very well could have, because I just blundered bishop c6, queen c6, check. trying to be fancy with a G7 mate hanging, but tactics everywhere in this position. Erik taking it slow, not blundering like me, and crushing victory. Crushing victory. Wait a minute. What did I just witness here? Can we go back a couple moves? So as I'm saying that Erik's doing a crushing victory. So Queen F3, and then we had Black Queen E2, and then in this position he really whipped out Rook A2 and Rook F5. He played it very fast, and Black just played Rook takes, and I think he panicked or something because he's just down a piece now. Erik's just down a piece now. Erik can do no wrong, and wrong he does. Wow. This went from an amazing position to I don't even know if it's winning anymore. I don't even know if it's winning. Black is winning this position, guys. Black is winning here. Knight D7, Knight F6. I mean, crazy turnaround here. Just crazy. Is Black going to sacrifice that bishop? What's going to be the play here? Bishop C8. Okay, he's giving the C6 pawn, but there is going to be compensation. What on earth is that move? Erik is missing everything today, and you can see the frustration on that live feed as bishop takes D7 was probably a lot stronger. Erik is missing moves today, guys. This is not the Erik Kurtz that we're used to seeing, and this is not the game that I expected after such a crushing opening. The positions that Kurtz has been getting from the opening against Spinal, against Kilimanjaro, I have almost been winning positions. So it's been very impressive to see that, but this position is going to be a coin toss, let me say that. Let's actually go check out the game of Elias. National Master Goala. He's playing Anthony Atanasov, the young boy who's doing very well in the tournament, 2.5 points so far. And after Queen takes E8, it looks like Goala has the position under control. Elias taking care of business here as 2 pieces to the good is going to be enough. I think he just missed Rook H1, winning the game. Very uncharacteristic, but only 11 seconds left for White. I don't think this will be any issue for Anthony to throw in the towel here, as probably see a Rook F6 type of move. And we start to see this tournament really shaping up here as we're in round 5. Check, check. 5 seconds left. I'm not sure if he can keep this pressure up any longer. The checks will run out, and we will see Black come away with the victory. Queen E8, Queen G8. He's trying. He's doing a good job, but eventually these will run out, and there is checkmate on F2. There it is. Elias comes away with the victory. We had Anthony with the victory. Unfortunately, Jaron lost a tough battle, and Kilimanjaro did beat Erik Kurtz from that position, and that was almost to be expected. I mean, the turnaround was severe, as Erik blundered nearly an entire rook from a great position. So I think we're pretty much done the round. There's this last game which just finished, and oh boy, that went right down to the wire. Right down to the wire. We got the next round up, and first let me just tell you guys about the standings in the tournament. So at the top of the tournament, we have, I believe, a Murder Castle is a perfect score. So 5 out of 5. He is so far killing the tournament. Spinal Tap 3.5 out of 5. So he lost his last round, probably to the guy I just mentioned. We have a big chasing group at 4 out of 5, including Agent JL. And what an interesting opening this one is. I don't think Kurtz is very impressed by the play of his opponent right now, because that is a free pawn for Black here. And position looking great. Knight E5, Queen D1, Knight G4, resigns. Black will be up 2 clean pawns, and Kurtz again out of the opening, coasting to a victory. So let's take a brief look at Alan. Alan, I'm going to start calling him Alan the Animated, because if you look at Alan's camera, he is always smiling. It's infectious. He's getting checkmated. He's smiling. He's, winning a queen. He's smiling. He's trying to deliver Sculler's Mate. He's smiling. He's an energetic guy, and he is currently battling with Stig 83. So it looks like the Norwegian hitman Stig has been pitted up against all of the Chessbrah interns and amigos, all the boys. They're getting this guy. We remember Jaren had a very close match with Stig 83. Just nonsense ensuing on the board, if you guys remember that one. So I wonder if this will be more of the same. I just can't tell. Right now, all I can say is the position is very safe. Alan doesn't look like he's going to blunder anything. He just won a pawn. So this looks like a controlled, safe space for Alan to be here. So things looking good for Alan. I would say he's on his way to victory. We just took a look at Kurtz's games. Looks like he was also winning. A3 played. I love that move. Alan looks good here. Let's take a look at Anthony P. I wonder if he is putting together a win streak or not. Anthony here, 3 points now. So he's been winning his last couple games. Can he keep it up? Knight b6, rook c8, knight c4. Yes, I like it, Anthony. Knight e4 maybe. Knight e4, trade the knights, play f6. Kick that knight out. That's what we need to see. Knight to c4. Ooh, and it's taken. Hang on a sec. Whoa, we need to go back. Where did the piece go? He's down a piece. Wait a sec. What the? Down a piece to a 1700. What the? Where did it go? He just hung a piece. What on earth am I looking at? He might be sleeping out with the garbage tonight for moves like that. Oh my, he's down a piece. I didn't even bother to count them. How could someone be down a piece in such an average looking position? This is ridiculous. The boys have to be really disciplined here. Knight c5. Play knight c5. Play knight d3. Win some material back and win the game for the boys, Anthony. We need much better out of you. Yes, take. Rook e1. Ooh, he sees it. His opponent is too sneaky. Wow, this is going to be tough. I can't believe it, but Anthony blundered an entire piece in the opening. And to be honest, he's probably just dead lost here. But that's incredible. That is incredible. Let's take a look at Jaren's game. Please, don't tell me he didn't blunder a piece. No, he's up a queen. He's up a queen. Okay, somebody is bringing some honor to this house. That's what we need to see. D6, and what is it? Queen for a knight. Just queen for a knight. Jaren, you better win this one, buddy. Keep that time up. Ooh, knight d5. No, okay, please don't blunder knight d5, queen c6, knight e7. Please don't do that. Please don't do that, buddy. Okay, I love that move. I love it. Thank you, Jaren, for bishop e6. Just don't blunder that queen. That's all we want. Keep the queen. Take it easy. Finish off the nice game. We almost got 500 people watching this Chessbrah viewer tournament, and boy, is this exciting. We're in round 6 right now. It's a 9-round tournament. 3+0 is the time control, so we have all the dirt, all the flagging, everything you guys know and love Chessbrah for. That's all part of this tournament, and have we seen some like that. So I'm gonna leave it here. 20 seconds left. I can't even watch the rest of it. Jaren, just please win. You're up an entire queen. Let's take a look at the game still going on, because I believe, is Agent JL still playing? I think that he might be still playing. No, I think... Oh, he's at the top. Let's take a look. Agent JL. He's been doing well in the tournament so far. 4 points out of 5, and he's in his game right now against a 24-40 from Greece. And, oh, man, this one is tense. Rook takes g3, and it's all over. There's got to be bishop e6. Only move. He finds it, takes. He's trying to play quickly, but no, this one is game over for sure. The black rooks are going to coordinate somehow. This one has got to be it. Yes, rook c4. That's all she wrote. As wow. It looks like Agent JL is going down here. Does he have a stalemate? Oh, almost a stalemate. The opposite, a checkmate. That is it for Agent JL as he goes down in a very tense game. That was it for round 6. Kurtz also came away with the victory that round. And still at the top of the table is 6 out of 6, a murder castle. Somebody has to beat him. Someone has to beat him. I mean, it's just crazy. He's a strong 2350, but we got to see some affirmative action against a murder castle. Also, in second place, 5 out of 6, we have Flaccid Moves and Jimis98, the Greek player we just saw who beat Agent JL. And then we have the chasing group, Kilimanjaro, Spinal Tap, Agent JL, and company. So, very tense at the top, but let's check in with some of the boys. How's Alan doing? I think Alan is playing one of the very, very one of the most talented 1500s I've ever seen. I can't remember if he's played me or not on stream. I think he might have. I've seen him play against Mayo, against other. I've seen him beat up the interns. Kifto007. This guy is really, really dangerous. If you guys recall in this tournament, in round 1, he was playing Spinal Tap, and that game was almost the last game to finish. This guy is very dangerous. Not a 1500 I would like to play. And Alan Salt here, he just has double pawns. If you see him on the camera there, he does not look happy with this position. We have the queen coming to the king side. Black's got to play rook h8. Sorry, king h8, rook g8, and just try to bunker down. That's the only way I see him getting out of this. Whew, not a nice position to have from the opening for Alan, but he's in there with a shout, and he's got to play a little bit faster. That's what I can say from this game. So moving on, we got Kurtz. How is Mannered Monkey doing? And it looks, I better count the pieces again. Last time I didn't, Anthony was down like 50 queens, so okay, it is even. Technically, it's even. And knight d4 takes. I mean, black looks slightly better, if I had to guess. But it's not a terribly interesting position. Very dry here. Very dry. Knight e5, rook a3. If rook a8, there's knight b5. So there's a few threats here. Ooh, knight b5, though. Yeah, Erik sees that. And I think Kurtz just... he kind of flipped his opponent a little bit there. Now, is knight c4 as bad as he thinks? If rook a4, then knight b6, rook a5, knight c4, knight c7. That's what he has to play. That's what he has to play. His opponent is going to try to go for a draw with knight b2. Now, you can play rook a5. And then if knight c4, knight c7, followed by rook c5, you can get out of this position. He looks unhappy, but I think he's hoping to get out of here alive. You got to get that rook to a5, though. Got to put that rook to a5. Rook a5. Why not rook a5? Will he find it, guys? Yes, rook a5, an improvement. Knight c4, now knight c7, and rook c8. There's rook takes a6, an even better move than my rook c5. Rook takes a6, followed by rook a8. Yes, so he does get this exchange. He is up a pawn. We will see a3 from Kurtz here. Very, very nice. Knight to b8. And he's got to be careful. Don't get your knight trapped, Erik. Don't get your knight trapped. Yes, knight e8. Very tricky. Very, very tricky. So it looks like Erik found the way. He should go on to win this game. And I will entrust him with that responsibility. Let's take a look at Anthony P here. We have to know if Anthony is... wait a minute. Are they in the same position? Is that the exact same game or something? These guys are playing the same position. As you got Erik over the shoulder, and Anthony can feel that pressure. This almost looks like the exact same position flipped, which is really funny. But he's playing a tough opponent. Knight takes b4 here. Then we'll probably see black make an escape square. Yes, h6. Good instincts. Good instincts. Rook a7. I have to say I prefer black in this position, not only because of the 1 minute time advantage, but also because the 4 pawns are going to be stronger than the 1 passed pawn. It doesn't look like that pawn is going to be a queen. Ooh, he's doing something dirty. h4, knight f3, check and mate. Is Anthony going to see it? He doesn't see it. Anthony, that is terrible. That is terrible. We have a cardboard box, and I'm going to write Anthony on it tonight if this keeps up. Gotta have better responses than that. That is a simple mating net, and 2100s, that's on a need-to-know basis. You can see the frustration there. He knows he can do better. Tough tournament. Let's take a look at the top board. Myrtle Castle, is actually leading the tournament with a perfect score. And he just won again by resignation. He's playing black here, and I mean, 7 out of 7. What can we say about this guy? What can we say? He is killing it so far. Let's take a look at Alan, as he's got a smile on his face, and he is looking to win this position against Kifto. And boy, did he flip that around. He's taking down a dangerous 1300. He just has to play faster. He has 10 seconds. Alan has to kick it in high gear here. I'm not sure he has it in him. Rook to a5. Play rook to a5. What are you doing, buddy? Oh my goodness. These are some of the worst pre-moves I've ever seen. Alan is sinking into his chair. Knight takes f6. 2 seconds. I have no idea what's happening. What on earth am I looking at? Oh my goodness. Alan, of course, goes down with a smile on his face. That's what we love about him. What an entertaining battle on one of the last boards. Oh my goodness. All right, well, let's take a look at Spinal Tap. I think he's about to finish his game here. We're here for the time scramble. Spinal Tap is looking for the flag against Jimis 98 here. But no, there is not going to be any flagging. This looks like black delivering a checkmate. No stalemate. Checkmate. There it is once again. Once again, and I think that's it for this round. Let's just take a look at the standings here. 7 out of 7 for a Murder Castle. And that is just a massive score. He's being chased. 6 out of 7 for Jimis 98 from Greece. But it is really a runaway tournament. 7 out of 7 for the National Master from the States here. So let's go to the camera here, and we see Erik Kurtz against I'm growing a fro. And you could interpret that as I'm growing afro, but I believe it's a fro. Fro is the accepted street terminology. I myself can definitely not grow fro, but apparently this guy is trying, so we have to really send him our energy. As a viewer, as a subscriber, we send him our energy in his fro growing. Castle, bishop f4. Kurtz has a great position. Rook comes to c1, knight b5, knight d4. Erik knows the ideas here, but black is trying to be solid. Good position for Erik though out of the opening. Knight d7. We'll see rook c1, knight d4. And slight advantage for white, that's for sure. b7 is weak here. Let's take a look at Alan once again. He is fresh off that insane time scramble, and so far his games have been the most entertaining. Is he playing a London system? Has he been watching Hambleton games? Queen h5. Will he play queen h5? Oh, he doesn't have it in him. Queen h5 would have been an interesting move there. A very nice one, I think. Queen h5. Still can be played. Still a very decent move. But b4 after b6 can be played. Can we just go back to black playing b6? There was a moment there. Yeah, right here. b6. And hello, b4. Got to trap that bishop while you can, Alan. And then as play goes on, we see him playing not b4, but c4. That's not the one. Now he's trying to get b4, but his opponent doesn't let him. So there you go. Guys, the opportunities are few and far between. You have to take your chances. Have to take your chances there. b4 was trapping the bishop. Queen h5 was almost giving a mate. But Alan, whoa, he takes with the bishop. He set that up very sneaky with the queen on c2. Yes, he thinks he's delivering a mate, but my prediction is that Alan actually loses this game. Yes, because he's overextending. Rook f7, yes, yes. Now, he's got to be really careful. Rook h8, next move, wins a piece. Queen h6 or queen g6. I play rook h8, and I win a piece. It's very easy to overextend when you are doing these type of things because all you're thinking of is check, 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 check. Rook h8 wins a piece. Alan, you can't just check, check. That's not how attacking works. You got to think ahead. Queen g6, queen takes g7. Those were moves with no foresight, and we can see the repercussions here. He is losing a piece. He's got to go for some complications here with bishop g8, and this is just weird, weird stuff. Bishop g8. Wait a minute. Bishop g8. What on earth? This might actually work. This might actually work. Queen g7. This is wild. Bishop g8. We got to get an instant replay on that. Let's go rook h8, bishop g8. We got to see the genius at work here. Bishop g8. Sorry, I just have to get my eyes checked. Oh, they're repeating. Oh, a draw. Oh, bishop g8, bishop back to h7. Not exactly sure what's happening here, but I think he's back to losing a piece again. Alan is chuckling incessantly. Queen back to d3, queen h7. Somebody help me. I have no idea what's going on. I don't think I have ever been able to... I have never been able to commentate on a game of Alan's without completely misunderstanding the position. This is absolutely ridiculous. An entire queen hang as well, and he is just giggling away. I can't. I don't have anything else to say, folks. He's got 4 seconds, and he's down a queen and a bishop. And his opponent just beat him on time. Well, okay. Well, we have to leave this game. I think my rating is actually going down as a result. Maybe Jaren can help us by blundering. Nice. Okay. Never mind. So knight f4. Rook takes f4, and then pawn takes, and then queen f3 or h3. He plays queen f3. Okay, he plays queen f3. I mean, you're not supposed to trade queens when you're down material, really, but I understand the move because that was a very dangerous attack. But 15 seconds, will we see Jaren whip out the speed that we know him for? Yep, that rook h1. Beautiful. Rook h1. Yep, put all the pieces. Okay, everybody on the h file? Looks like there's a party on the h file. Bishop h6. Party on the h file. Who's invited? Who's invited to the h file? Yes, 5 seconds left. The speed is really coming out for Jaren here. Wow. 2 seconds left. Get a pre-move in there. No, g4 is mate. Let's go Royals with a nice mating net. A nice mating net there. And I'm pretty sure that this round 8, is coming to a close. Let's check if it's still 8 out of 8. And unbelievable, it is 8 out of 8 for a murder castle. I mean, that guy just, it looks like if he wins his last game, 9 out of 9 is an incredible score. He's being chased, but I don't think anyone is going to be able to catch him. Let's quickly just check his game in the tournament. Who is he even playing right now? He's playing Kilimanjaro. And, I mean, if I had to trust anybody with taking out this guy, it'd be Kilimanjaro. He's a mod in the chat. You know, he's got a green sword. It's time that he actually used it, you know, for evil rather than good. We have to corrupt him. Take on b6 and take on d4, and white is better. Knight takes d4. Yes, buddy, yes. Bishop e3. Bishop e3. I don't like that one as much because of just knight f5, but okay, it's not a bad move at all. Bishop e3. Or that's fine. I'm not upset. He's got a great position. I haven't been watching a Murder Castle's games, but to me, this looks like great position for white. Bishop e3. Yeah, g3. Great move. We'll probably see f6. It's the main source of counterplay for black. It's got to be his go-to here. f6. There it is. He's generating counterplay. The thing is, bishop e3, which he just played, I wish that was played a lot earlier. I think that move could have been played. So bishop takes g6, yes. Now, if pawn takes e5, because knight takes loses. Is there rook takes f3? And knight takes e5? I think there is, and I think that's winning. Ooh. He doesn't do the best version. I think rook takes f3 was actually a nice tactic there. Rook takes f3 and knight takes e5. But okay, he wins a pawn, but this one on g6 was hanging, and a nice little tactical motif. Bishop takes f1, knight takes e7. So this is the last round. We'll check in with the boys now, see how Erik Kurtz is doing. He has a rating that he is trying to get back up, and he's playing a very strong player, and this is exactly the moment where he can do it. I like his position. I think that the center pawns are more valuable than the queen side here. I like rook b8. I like his time situation. I like knight d5. There are a lot of good things about this position here. Rook c8. Okay, he's moving to the c file now. c4. Maybe knight b4. Yes. Erik knows what he's doing, and he's happy. He's bobbing his head. Where have we seen that before, guys? Magnus Carlsen. That's right. Erik Kurtz and Magnus Carlsen clearly listen to the same music. Takes an a4. Or this move, which I don't like, but a4. You got to get a4 in there. That's the 1-2 punch. a4 has to be played. And we have to check some of the other games. What did I just hear out there? Let's check pin number. We have to see what just happened to Jaron. That game is over. Let's go back just a couple moves. What happened? I just heard a couple thousand F-bombs from the other room. There it was, knight to e5. Well, if anybody wants to come to Montreal, there's going to be a lot of free beds because all the interns are sleeping outside tonight. So we do have a hotel that we're currently... I didn't realize we were opening a hotel, but I guess we are. So let's get... No, we need to get off this board. All the interns are hanging their queens. Alan, how's he doing here? Looks like he's getting some assistance. Alan outsourcing his game to Denmark. As we see a young twink there. Alan seems to be thinking that this is very funny here, except he's still losing. He's outsourcing the game, and he's still losing. Do you guys think that it's still considered assistance if it's not actually helping? What's your guys' view on that? We can see here just dreadful play by Alan and his Danish associate. Down a queen now. I'm not even sure that his opponent will file a complaint. In fact, he might like to get billed for double the FIDE points that he's going to gain from this. Maybe this looks like a 2-on-1, like a WWE tag team. I'm not sure if Alan tagged in a WWE diva here because this does not look like convincing play. Let's check some of the other games. How's Anthony doing? I think he won his game. Let's just check his game here. Yes, he won by checkmate. So he does finish the tournament nicely. That's nice. As we can see here, nice finish. Queen on f8. Okay, so Anthony at least finishes the tournament on a good note. Kurtz is still playing. Very important match to finish off the tournament. Let's stay with this one here as Erik is looking very good here. That a-pawn is going nowhere. And he's got 3 pawns in the center. Bishop c7. There's knight c6. Bishop takes g3. Just take that pawn. Take that pawn. Yes. Erik has a habit of not taking his time at the very end of the game. And that's where you need to just chill a little bit. He's been playing great all game. h5. Yes, I like it. I like it. Get those pawns going. g5. Yeah, you don't leave your rook on the a file though. Leave the rook on the a file. Yes, he's done that. You don't want to move that rook. You want that rook there. Move the bishop. You want to move the bishop normally. He's giving up f7 here. I'm not sure I like that. Okay, you managed not to. e5, king d5. Make a pass pawn, Erik. That's what we need. 20 seconds against 12. This is an upset victory if Erik can pull it off. The knight is hanging. What's it going to be? He's got to play faster. Rook. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is really, really bad. He's got to play faster. 11 seconds. You can still flag here. You can still flag. H2. Yep, let's go. 8 seconds to 6. He's got to play faster. Erik is a speedy guy. Pick it up, Erik. Finish with a win here for the boys. 4 seconds to 3 seconds. We need to see some speed here from Kurtz. It's like these guys don't know what pre-moves are. Get some pre-moves going, boys. This is incredible. 0.8 seconds. I mean, get the pre-moves. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Where are the pre-moves? Kurtz finishes with a loss, and that concludes the tournament. That is round 9 out of 9. There are the results on your screen right there. Tap clinches the 3rd place. He moves up to 6.5 out of 9. Jimis 98, 8 out of 9. Just an incredible performance. But a Murder Castle, very, very happy to take a draw in the last round. And we just have to say hats off to that performance. 8.5 out of 9. Undefeated. And just crazy stuff all around. There were so many moments in this tournament that I couldn't look at personally. I really had to shelter my eyes. I think it's a great result for the first viewer tournament tonight.